I'm your host Santiago, and today we're back in the kitchen. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a tomato stuffed with creamy cucumber sauce. Oh my God, what is that going to be all about? Don't you worry, I'm going to show you how to make it, and it's going to be extremely yummy. The first thing I'm going to be showing you how to do is how to prepare the cream on this one, which is going to be a cashew based cream. And what I have here is 1 cup of cashews. They've been soaking for about 6 hours. It's raw. And you want to make sure that when you're using your cashews, you make sure to use raw ones. Soak them. We soak all of our raw nuts to make sure we release those enzyme inhibitors to make sure that it makes it a lot easier for your stomach to digest. Okay, just an FYI on that. And over here we have about 3/4 of a teaspoon of Himalayan salt, and then we have 1 tablespoon of fresh rosemary that I had already chopped up. Then we have a 1/4 cup of water, 1 tablespoon of shallots, and over here, last but not least, we have half a lemon already squeezed and put in this container. So the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is start putting my nuts in here. Alright, and this is what I'm going to do. You don't have to do this, but I'm going to put my rosemary in here and just kind of in this mallet and just kind of move it around and combining it with the Himalayan salt. And I do that just mainly to just, you know, get those oils released. I mean, you can already, oh my God, the smell is amazing. You can already smell as soon as you start doing this, because the salt is coarse, and it really is going to help break it down and combine those flavors. Okay, so I think that's good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just dump that all in there. Yeah, I love these mallets, man. These things are the bomb. All right, so next I'm gonna be putting my water. Yep, and then my shallots, just like that. And then last but not least, like lemon. All right, and let me make sure I get all that goodness in there. Okay, next I'm gonna go ahead and just get this guy cranking, and let's see what we got. All right, we got it on. Here we go. Okay guys, so we're all done with the cheese, and as you can see, everything is nicely blended. And you just want to make sure that you scrape down the sides to make sure that everything gets incorporated, okay? So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to moving on to the cucumbers. We got some cucumbers, we got some shallots, and we got some broccoli sprouts. You can use any kind of sprouts you like. I like using broccoli sprouts. I have all kinds of different sprouts that I eat on a daily basis, weekly basis, along with my greens. Awesome source of protein. So if you're pumping iron, you need some protein, that's your source right there, okay? That's one of your sources, okay? All right, so let's move on, and let me get my cutter here. And just as another tip for you guys, just real quick, this is a little damp towel. This is something I put down to make sure that my cutting board doesn't move around, okay? So just like that. And I'm just gonna take my knife. And all I'm doing is just cutting this in cubes. I just wanna show you guys real quick. You don't, you know, it's not that hard to figure out. Okay, boom, boom, and then you turn it, and then you cut it again. Just like that, okay? Easy breezy. All right, next thing is going to be the shallots, and I'm just going to be cutting a few of these, not too much. I like shallots just because of the fact that they have more of a mild taste to them. Okay, so if you don't like the bigger onions, this is an awesome choice to choose. I personally have some issues with some onions. You know, when I was a child, I was forced to eat big chunks of onions, and so when I eat them now, it's like, oh, my memory goes back to that. So I'm not a fan of the big onion chunks. So plus I love the shallots just because it has a nicer, milder taste to it anyway. So all right, so I got my onions in there. I'm just gonna go ahead and put a little bit of actually I'm gonna go ahead and dump it all in here, and then I'm gonna take my cream and put about a tablespoon in here. And this is really going to be depending on how creamy you want it or how chunky you want it. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I'm just going to mix this up real quick. Alright, you get the idea. Then I'm going to take my sprouts and start adding them in here. Yep, just like that. Look at that. Yumminess. Alright, I think we're almost good to go here. I think I might add a little bit more cream. Like I said, you don't have to put as much, but this cream has got a really good flavor to it, so I'm definitely a big fan of that cream. So alright, so I think we're good to go with this. I'm just going ahead and put this aside, and as you can see here, I already have some of the tomatoes cut up, and what you're going to do is just cut open the top and then scoop out the insides. I already have a couple done, so I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly what I do here. And so just cut down the top just like that, and then you just want to come around with the knife and cut these little support beams. It comes into like a little X or a cross, just like that. Alright, let me get my bowl. Then you want to take a spoon and just kind of scoop the inside just like that and just plop it on out. So lots of seeds in there. Now if you're into gardening, which you definitely should be doing, save your seeds. There's a whole lot of different ways of saving your seeds. If you don't want to do that, you can give them to, you know, chickens if you got your own chickens like I do. That's right, I got my own chickens in the backyard. There's nothing like growing. If you're going to have eggs in the house, you know, the best way to do it is try to have your own chickens in your own backyard, because one, you don't have to worry about all the chemicals that are being put into the chickens, but then, you know, it's more of a family loving relationship with your animals. And I don't have a rooster, so the eggs that I make, well, I don't make no eggs. Wouldn't that be something if I walk around making eggs and people like, oh, hey, you want some eggs? All right, let's go. But yeah, I don't have a rooster, so you need a rooster if you want to develop more chickens. So that's a whole other thing, which I didn't find out until after I bought the chickens. Or you can put it in your compost. You know, that's also good, because actually we did a lot of that last year, and we ended up growing a lot of volunteers tomato plants, because we put the stuff from the compost into the garden. So that was a nice little bonus to be able to have free tomatoes growing out of the blue, which we weren't even expecting. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and move this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to go ahead and show you exactly how I'm going to stuff these guys. And see, once you have it, all the stuffing together, you just take your spoon and scoop it right in there. Just like that. See how easy that is? Boom. One right there. Give you another one. Stuff it up. And these are going to be awesome for anything. If you're doing a party, you know, it could be appetizers, it could be a main dish. And I guarantee you give this to somebody, they're going to be like, whoa, I can't believe this thing is raw. Alright, I think we're good to go. Let me wipe my hands a little bit. So check that out. Is that cool or what? This is absolutely amazing. Alright, now for the grand finale, y'all. Let me go ahead and give it a little taste. Wow. Wow. That is so good, guys. The flavor of the cream with the fresh vegetables, the cucumbers, the sprouts, and you can taste that nice little flavor of the rosemary. Oh, beautiful combination, man. Absolutely amazing. You guys definitely have to try this. Make it, show off to your friends, your family. Give them the scoop that you're on the raw food journey, baby. All right? So check out this recipe. Let me know what you think. And thank you all for joining me. And I'll see y'all next week on the Raw Food Muscle.